Yep, we are live today, this Sunday evening. I am Black Ass African. Y'all, welcome to Retro Talk Forum with my guy down there. That's my co-host. He's on the phone. He's not paying attention to
Oh,
me.
I'm paying attention. Top dog
I've
18.
been drinking. I've been
Nope,
drinking.
not today.
Nah,
Not today.
that's them crackers. He still talking about them crackers he eat down there.
I'm sure over here eyeing them. I'm giving them the
Hey,
side eye.
Oh, boy.
Hey, we
And,
see them. We see them crumbs down there too, huh?
and we got my guy over here. He's the guest of the show, our special guest. And go ahead, shout your stuff out, man.
Oh man, I'm Basil Lewis, man, and I'm out of Covington, Kentucky. Living here in Cincinnati, Ohio. You can catch me on Instagram at Basil Lewis or Facebook Facebook Basil Lewis. Twitter, I'm on there, Basil Lewis. And also you can find me my name at Nike headquarters too. You look them up too.
They got your picture on the wall like
They
in
got
the
my
post office.
they got my
Like in the
it's right
post office.
there. People arguing, people going by looking like, who's this guy right here? Don't talk about that. Just keep going, keep going.
Keep it
Oh,
moving.
man.
Keep it moving, keep moving.
Keep moving.
Keep
Nothing to see
moving.
there.
We owe him some things. We just keep it going. We owe him some things. Sick of him and his legal people.
He's still alive.
Dang. Well, last time we seen him, he didn't have no hair. When he wrote us, he didn't have no hair on his face except a mustache.
Oh man! But this is Retro Talk Forum podcast coming to y'all each and every Sunday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's go into our sponsor, which is I got it right, Hop. Look at that, I got it right. Look at that, I got it right.
Let me see. Oh, okay, there you
got
go.
it right.
Yeah.
I got it right. LiftHeavy.com, baby. Go ahead.
Shout out to Beer Jedi.
Beer Jedi and
Yeah, you gotta be a Jedi.
Yep. Beer
over there,
Jedi. Give them a follow.
LiftHeavy.com.
Check them out.
Look up what is it? LFTHVY.com and use promo code Retro Talk and save you some chips on your purchase. With that being said, let's see. Matter of fact, let's see what everybody's got on feet today. What you got on feet, Hop? No, I'll take that back. Let's go to the guests. What you had on feet? Do we call you Basil?
Yeah, you call me Basil. Some of my peeps call me Mustafa.
Okay.
So wherever you comfortable with, I got these on. These most comfortable shoes right now. I can get rid of all. Get rid of all. Well, my fault. Get rid of all these gym shoes. Hey, can you see them?
And who was that made by, sir?
Man, I don't know, man. Some store I saw them, I just grabbed them. He's only a couple of dollars, but
He slipped them on. He was like, "Yep, that's my cup of tea. I like the way they feel. I'm out."
And now you see that lightness, that's just sweat. You know what I'm saying? Because it's actually darker than that. You know what I'm saying? But my feet clean though. But I'm just see that right there? You can almost think you're going to hoop court with these right there. See that right there?
Oh, you got that herringbone traction down there. You got a little bit down there.
Hey, look. Hey, see me like this? Okay, that grip. See that grip?
In case you need to cross them over real quick.
Yeah, for real.
Oh man, I tell you, them young boys I was playing with them, they 21. They ain't too far. They're here. They got a nice court outdoors, fiberglass backboard. You can adjust it. Man, I was out there. I scored a few times. One kid crossed me so bad, I did this. See me, let's get out the room. They came back.
See, if that would have happened to me, I would have just kept going to my car. I'm like,
I went to my car.
I tell you, when they want to play full court, it's time out. That's why I draw the line. Two kids came to rescue, man. There you go, right there. I'll be back, man. Give me some little time, but get back in shape.
So what you had on feet, Hop, today? Nice Sunday.
Man, I went to my son's basketball game. He had a game today, and I brought out the black cement, the black metallic 5s.
Okay. Yeah.
My grills right there, baby.
Yeah, them tight.
Yeah,
my
man.
Grills.
Do you tie your shoestrings up, man, or you just wear them like that, man?
Man, look, sometimes I'll go old school and just, Mike used to wear them like this sometimes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he used to wear, and then sometimes if I feel like they touching the floor a little bit, I just put a little bow in them.
You break your ankle. Hey, you break your ankle before you gonna tie them up too.
Yeah.
You remember he did that rock the cradle.
Yeah. Yes.
How your bottoms look?
Oh yeah.
They look worn. Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They've been worn.
They don't look bad though.
Nah.
No.
I could probably clean them up, and get them back right.
Look almost dang near new.
Yeah. These shoes hold up pretty good, man. It's probably one of the better retros that they brought out as far as like comfort wise. Even like with the white lines going around them. That's one of the classic things that the OGs had. Tongue is a little different, I believe, than the OGs, but yeah, I like all black shoes anyway. So
I think they did that on purpose, putting that logo down the bottom, so when you dunking on somebody or making a move, that'd be in their face.
Oh yeah,
Michael.
Oh yeah,
Michael. They know what they was doing.
Oh yeah,
man. You know what? Quick story about that, which I told this on like a podcast I was on. Shout out to Talk Kicks, man.
Flip the screen.
Catch him on wins. Oh my bad. I'm sitting here talking.
Now what happened?
Well, when that shoe came out, this was in 1990. I was in high school. I think I was in the 10th grade, going to 11th grade, something like that. And me and this dude had a bet to see who can get that shoe first because he didn't know anything about the Air Jordan Flight Club. I started to join it, and it was like $15 to join, and you're supposed to get all these discounts and all this and that. So me having that young man or young-minded, I was thinking like, okay, well, I can get these shoes by $15 and come to school. And the bet was whoever get them first, put it in his face, just like how he had it.
Yeah.
I thought, yeah, I'm finna get these. I came to school one day just out of the blue. He came and I was sitting down at the lunch table. He came and just put it dead in my face, and I was like, "Yeah, you just had to do me like that."
He got you.
He got me. He got me though. Yeah.
Yeah, he did that.
I was scored. And that's the reason. That's one of my favorite shoes right there.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice when they came out.
Yeah.
Shout out to Marcus and Soulmates. Appreciate y'all for pulling it up.
One love.
But you know what? The thing about that 5 years hop, why is it that they made the white lines on that, but they couldn't get the ones like the black cement fours or the black infrared sixes? Why they didn't do those like that? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question. They probably didn't even know they did it on that shoe.
But it's noticeable though. That's the thing.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Some things become an accident, and then they be like, "Wait a minute, leave that right there. That looks good." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm saying once they brought that shoe back in 2016, and then that next year? No, it was last year when the other two came out. It's like they didn't do the lines on that, and then you see people actually putting those gray lines in. So
right.
Right.
I just thought it was just one of those things, like, scratch your head, like why they do it, but they didn't do it on the other two. So what I had on feet was I'm in a high top mood, so these are what I had on.
Oh yeah, them nice.
And the old school pumps, the 180 pumps.
Yeah, them
yeah,
tight.
These are the 1991 Air 180 Force High Pump. Still got the Nike on the inside of it.
Right.
Does the pump still work?
Nah, the bladder kind of is dry rotted, but I just love how they had that double chamber right here.
He ain't playing that no more, so he all right.
Yeah, this is a stunt shoe. It ain't going on the court, and it been soul swap, which I wasn't gonna paint the bottoms.
Hey, there's a trademark down the bottom.
What's that? That right there?
The little line on the side. The air fault. There you go, right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is what I had on. I love my high top shoes from the late 80s, early 90s.
Hey man, I got you gonna make me bust them back out.
Yeah.
Hey, Hop, look in the back, Hop. I'm coming down in the raid that room back there.
Man, he got a gold mine down there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he do.
He got
Hey,
some
Hop,
stuff in the archive.
Hop, we need to put some shoes back behind us or something, don't we?
I got some. I'm just in a different position today.
Right.
I got a few of them.
Is that a comfortable position that you in?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got a little something right there with a little poster on the top. So
yeah, showing up, man. My stuff is closed in. They got shoes stacked on stuff, boxes.
Yeah, that's how I used to be playing shoe Jenga. Pull one out from the bottom. Pull one out from the bottom. I hope the rest don't fall on you.
What you trying to say, Hop?
No, I say I used to be like that until I got those drop fronts. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Like
Black. I guess he tried to tell me something. You know, I caught on to it. See, though.
That's like me. That's like me. I do the same thing he just said. It's like I need is always on the bottom of a pile, and I have to sit there and pull
it's always on the bottom.
All of them fall.
Right.
Yeah, all of them fall. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, he lying about it. Right.
Yeah, I done got hit in the head with boxes plenty of times.
I just like the bodega feel, man, for some reason. You know, that's the only reason I haven't went to the drop fronts. I just like that bodega feel where you can just go in here and look like, damn, all these old ass boxes. I just like that feel, man.
Right, right.
Let's see. What's you want to do the history first, or you want me to do sneaker history first?
I'll do the hip hop history real quick. Then we can do the sneaker history and dive right on into our guest. See what he's got going on. So I'm gonna go back to, since we're doing the 80s and 90s, March 11th. Scarface brought out his album The Untouchable, March 11th, 1997. Yeah. Yeah, Scarface. Yeah. To me,
Brad Jordan.
Yes.
Bad boy.
Probably, in my opinion, one of the most underrated rappers that was out, in my opinion, because I don't think a lot of people give him credit like they should. You know, he was a great storyteller, longevity, stayed bringing out albums. He's definitely, I would definitely put him in my top 10 as far as like my top 10 rappers. And then
hold on for a minute. So what would be the best song that you would think when you hear that song is just straight Brad Jordan? Not Ghetto Boys, straight Brad Jordan.
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you my favorite song by him is Now I Feel You.
You talking about the very first one then?
Yeah, that was on his
The World Is Yours.
World Is Yours, yeah. Now I Feel You. That song was like 7 minutes long. The storytelling on that song and just the beat is just mellow. I mean, that's my favorite song by Scarface.
Mary Jane was tight too.
Oh yeah.
That's my mom's name. That's probably why I like that too so much.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Brad Jordan track?
Oh man, he had so many.
He did.
It started with the ghetto. It started with the Ghetto Boys too. Man.
Right. Shout out to Red in the chat.
I had a couple, man. I can't think offhand, but
he had a song on this Untouchable album with Ice Cube that was pretty dope. It had the BruceLee bass line.
Yeah. Right. That's one of my favorite cuts right there. What was the name of that?
Talking about Game Over.
Game Over. Yeah, Dr. Dre made that beat.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre made that beat. Yeah.
And then the Dragon. Yeah, that was tight.
That's one of my favorite ones. And I want to say, what was the End of the Dragon? They had that End of the Dragon.
Yeah.
There you go.
That was the cut.
Yeah.
For me, it was The Fix. I mean, it was the album The Fix.
The Fix was dope. Okay.
My Block. To me, is every time I hear that song, it's just I think about
everything is everything for cheesy. Oh, My Block. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He had another song that a lot of people slept on called Recognize.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
He had another called Recognize. He said one of the verses, he said, how can an end get a pass in every section? I walk the block, I walk the projects without no protection. I was like, bro,
Yeah.
he
he
killed that line.
he was definitely a spitter, bro. He was definitely a spitter.
You know, so many underrated rappers that, you know, when they say, who's your top 10 and this and that, man, back in the day, there was a top 50 MCs, then with top 100 MCs. So it depends on who was put out there the most or who somebody's favorite. It was so many brothers that don't get their respect. It's
Yeah.
like, I thought sometimes wise, intelligent, poor righteous teachers.
Oh,
Yes.
When they
PYT,
say about
yeah.
Twister, yeah, he was,
Yeah.
and
My favorite track from them
then
was Easy Star. I used to love that Easy
yeah.
Star.
Oh, I damn, I'm great.
Yeah.
Let's be realistic.
Yeah.
That was the cut.
But they were so underrated though, man. You know, they was very underrated.
All the political, what they call political, but the conscious brothers, they wanted to do away with that. And I say that when they flipped it, when they was trying to ban rap, because we was getting a lot of education, and I think because we listened to older guys, you know, and they was trying to get rid of Luke, you know, trying to ban him. But they got smart though. It was like, wait a minute. We got NWA saying the N-word, Luke, you know, with the half-naked women. Let's bring that in. And that right there, you know, attraction draws some things, depending on what type of attractions it is. So after that, it kind of try to fade the consciousness out. And
Because they don't want you to be smart. That's why. They don't want you to have a mind of your own.
Right.
They want to simplify you. How about that?
Yeah, because, you know, when you got guys is kicking science at 18, 19, 17, 20 some years old, you talking about it's a potential nation building. They had to throw that to the side. Like, oh, no. Nah. And that's what J. Edgar Hoover had. He had a Messiah project, you know, to eliminate any black man trying to raise a black nation. It was the same thing with music.
What else you got, Hop?
Okay. On speaking of Scarface and the Ghetto Boys released their second album, Grip It on Another Level, on March 12th, 1989. That was their sophomore album, The Other Level. And then on March 12th, 1983, Run DMC released the single It's Like That / Sucker MCs.
Oh, okay.
I love Sucker MCs, man.
They were some bad boys too.
Oh, I love Sucker MCs.
Yeah.
They talking about underrated. Them two brothers was deadly.
Yeah. Two true pioneers.
Exactly.
Yes, three true pioneers.
Three.
And then in 2018, Craig Mack passed away. So R.I.P. to Craig Mack.
Yeah.
Common was born.
Who?
Common was born March 13th, 1972. So happy belated birthday to him. Cool G Rap and DJ Polo released their debut album Road to Riches March 14th.
That's another one.
Yeah.
That's another one.
Nobody talk about him, but
nah. You know what people think about him? They think about him being a womanizer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a bad rap. Cool G Rap.
Which one of main and you know, and somebody looking, they may not say nothing, you know. I don't know, depending on womanizing is, you know, you know, when the abuse come in, that's a whole nother level. But other than that, I mean, as a man, you look at women versus them. What they call them? If a man's a womanizer, what they call the women?
Hey, that's a good question. We might have to take that.
Yeah,
womenizers. I mean,
menizers.
Menizers.
And on March 14th, 1995, Tupac released Me Against the World, his third studio album. John Mr. Magic was born March 15th, 1956. So happy belated. Magic. Yeah, he just recently had a birthday. And Nate Dogg passed away March 15th, 2011. Man. So RIP to Nate Dogg. And that's pretty much it.
I call him the Lou Rawls of rap.
Yeah, he was soulful singer now.
Yeah.
Okay, let me say this then. Was he the best hook singer that didn't have a hit album on his own?
Yeah. To me, what's called Sleepy Brown.
Yeah, Sleepy Brown. He was
I
dope.
think, yeah, I think they was in this. Both of them only
See,
had one solo album apiece.
yeah,
I
Yeah.
like Nate Dogg's song "One More Day" that he did when he had his solo album.
right.
That was on Murder Was a Case soundtrack, and I
Yeah,
think
he
it went
was.
on his.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
yeah.
And
Because
he
I
definitely
remember that song too. That was a dope. That was a dope track.
he sounded like Lou Rawls on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
They say Nate used to like that Hennessy too much though.
Yeah, buddy.
Wow.
Yeah, Snoop. They said on his deathbed he was drinking Hennessy. So he had a bottle of
He,
Hennessy by his bed. That was,
man, that addiction, man. Sometimes, man, is something be deep rooted
yeah,
or nerves, whatever. When you constantly doing something, you can't stop. So no telling what he might be going through, or he just love to drink.
yeah.
Like some people just love to eat.
Yeah, he was a drinker.
That's an addiction too.
Yeah.
They got these shows called My 500-Pound Life. You know what I mean? And it's crazy, man. And people just they know they in a bad situation, and they's like, well, can you stop by McDonald's and give me a Big Mac combo? You know what I'm saying? But you can't get out the bed. You know what I mean? That's an addiction.
My thing is who's responsible? The ones that's feeding them.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because you killing somebody. They can't get out the bed and move.
Yeah, I agree.
You're the one, yeah, man. Somebody 500-600 pounds, man. Here's a big jug of water, a couple pieces of lettuce, and you might get a few pieces of fruit because it got sugar in it. So what they gonna do to you? They can't move. They can't grab you.
They're gonna surprise your ass and get up out that bed.
Man, then it's time to go. That's like a horror movie. It's time to go.
For real.
Man,
what you got for us for sneaker history, bro?
This shoe came out today. Matter of fact, of all days, came out 20 years ago, and actually, you just showed the shoe. My all-time favorite grill, which is the black metallic Jordan 5. This is the actual 1999 2000 pair. See the Nike on the cheeks.
Right.
This one here has the black insole with the white Nike Air. The 2016 and the 1990 has the actual red insole with the white Nike Air on the inside.
Right.
I like this one because the actual 3M, it really pops. It's not like the ones that they're bringing out now. This here actually really pops. I like. Oh, go ahead.
No, I say what's unique is the watch call on the side of it, up right there. The
netting.
The netting, yeah.
The netting. How they came up with that idea? That was slick.
You know what, man? I read. I got like old books from back in high school when I was calling Nike, grabbing books and stuff, catalogs, and they say this was one of the more aerodynamic shoes that they ever made, and I agree because. At the time, it was just, to me, it was before its time because it was just a design that you just didn't see from any shoe brand, period.
I think that what's called on the side, I think that plays a part too. When they created that.
It was designed after an airplane.
Yeah, after a fighter jet. That's what it gets struck to.
Right, that's right. I remember that, yeah.
And the fact that when this shoe came out, nobody had clear icy bottoms on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody had a lace lock on the shoe. As far as the basketball shoe, nobody had lace locks on basketball shoes.
Sure
basketball shoes did come with 3M. So, and then the actual materials, which they came out on the Jordan 4, the Nubuck, or they call it Nubuck back then, or Durabuck. Now it's more like Nubuck now, but still, all in all, to me, is one of the dopest Jordans to me. Period. I mean, I'm a fan of this shoe. If people that know me know that this is my grail, and this is the actual shoe that came out 20 years ago. I say 21 years ago.
especially when they came out different colors on that too.
Yeah, but see, when they come out with a lot of the colors, man, I kind of tend to, chime away from them because I still it's just something about the OG colorways that Mike wore. I'm always gravitating toward it,
I'm kind of like the same way. I'm pretty much a sucker for the OG colorways myself.
Still got that face box.
Heck no.
Still got it's even got the price tag on it, bro. I mean, it was just crazy.
It was 110, wasn't it?
Let's see if I can get that.
Hey, you better get that box. You better get that box laminated.
It's 110 though.
Yeah.
No, actually, it's 120. It was
120.
Yeah, 119. That's what they came out back in the day. It was 119. So let's move on to pickups. We're gonna go back to the guest. Let's see what you picked up, man. I hope it ain't nothing, $2.50 that you say is real comfortable now. You know what I'm saying? Them shoes you brought out the first time, $2. Oh snap!
Yeah, I'm ready to go back to the hoop court.
Oh, let me blow you up. Ooh.
What's now, that Puma?
Let me ask you something. Hold on for a minute. Is that shoe, man? Reform? Is that Reform?
Yes.
Hashtag Reform.
Hashtag Reform.
Okay, go ahead with the description of the shoe. I'll let you go ahead right quick.
It feels like, oh man, what I want the plastic. It's almost like a rubber combined with the canvas on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is kind of like this sweater, that's stock material.
It's like a little stock inside the shoe.
Right, exactly. And then there's the back of it. And then I think these is memory foam too that's in there. Now, the other shoes are memory foam. It's just got it's just a hashtag Reform.
They actually I think they supposed to be taking that the Boost material back because they the ones who originated. Originally had the contract. Yes.
Oh yeah.
They originally had the contract for Adidas Boost.
You see that?
Yeah. What does it say? Made to.
We had to
be seen because
we couldn't be heard or something. Is that what it said? We couldn't be heard. Yeah, we had to be seen because we couldn't be heard. Yeah, that's it.
What's good, Flash? What's good, man? Appreciate you putting it up, man.
That's creative. That's creative how they did that.
Oh yeah. Is that shoe comfortable, sir?
Oh yeah, it's real comfortable. And bam, memory foam. It's called optional comfort.
Is Puma your go-to shoe?
No, I got Adidas too.
Oh, you do?
Try and look at the Reeboks, man. Reeboks, man, they fall off, man. They need some designers, man. They need to hire some of these we were just talking about earlier, customizers or something. Yeah, they let Skechers beat them out.
Man, Skechers at one time, I think they the second, if I remember right. I mean, it might have fluctuated, but they like the second highest grossing brand of 2019.
With a 2000, what was that? 6, 7. When they first came out, Donald Little, if you're hearing this, he used to play for UC Bearcats. And I remember I had something on, and he used to make fun of me. I said, Don, let me tell you something. These sneakers is gonna become popular one day. I said, you just wait and see. Bam! They say no, man. Skechers is all over the place.
They everywhere, man.
Yeah. I can't wait to see him and tell him. He used to rip me up about them Skechers, but they were so comfortable. Oh man, cutting hair all day and standing in them. I mean, legs wasn't hurting, back wasn't hurting, or nothing.
That's good, man. I mean, that's a good shoe, man. Ball on their feet about at least 12 hours a day, or 10 hours at least.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. The Puma memory foams, I've been wearing them, standing in them. Oh man, all the shoes I wore on the Skechers, yes. Because you got to keep. Oh man, all day process. But that memory foam, whoever came up with that idea, they might start putting that in a lot of shoes.
Yeah. What you picked up, Hot?
I have nothing, my friend.
Nothing.
Nothing.
They ain't worthy.
Couldn't find the one shoe that I did. Well, I do got one, but we'll see what I do with it. I need to get it restored, really. But I found the Puff and Stuff Nike Dunks.
Hold on.
They need a little work. They need some suede needs to be a little reconditioned.
Yeah.
Is that Nike check
suede
too?
Do what?
Is that Nike check suede too?
Oh, the whole shoe is suede.
Yeah, it looked like it's suede. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen them.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Oh man, the motion in the ocean.
Yeah. It's got that long grain suede on there. I mean, this is a dope shoe.
Yeah.
Definitely is. I definitely want to get it, redone as far as like maybe dyed, because you can see that this shoe is 14 years old.
Oh,
shoe came out.
All them custom designers out there on that.
I got somebody that might could do something. He's actually in the chat, Mr. Eric Jones, aka Red. So he does real good work.
Change your government.
Yeah, he does real good work. So
I got a god nephew, man. My one of my buddies' son, man. He does it, and I got some that ain't too much. I ain't seen them on the market. I got the Tracy McGrady Adidas All Stars that he wore in the he's redoing them for me. They white with the dark blue, the gold, and the burgundy.
Okay.
Yeah, and them retro for real. So I told him to take his time with them.
Yeah,
because the inner part of it is see-through plastic at the bottom of it. So he trying to figure out. So I helped him with some ideas. I threw at him and said, "Well, try this and see how that works."
Right.
Yeah.
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
what about you, bro?
Me, I ain't got jack.
Look at all that back in the back.
I spent all my money last week, man.
Yeah, you had about 10 last week.
I spent all my money last week, man. But I got some things coming. But it's probably gonna be a little while with this coronavirus going around and shutting everything down. So it might be a while before I get my stuff, man. Who knows?
Hey man, I gotta put my gloves on when I touch those Nike sneakers. When I go in the store and look at them.
I tell everybody they need clearance from the owner first before they walk in.
Right.
Before they walk in.
Hey, did you get your toilet paper?
Man, my wife loaded up on that shit, bro. I'm talking about I could have swore she bagged up the damn Walmart truck in the damn driveway. What? Wait.
So somebody that markets toilet paper must said, "Hey, you need to get the toilet paper, with the virus, for its health reason." And I think they flew, but ain't nobody stocking up on the vitamins, the herbs, the detox, and none of that. You can eat toilet paper, but it ain't gonna do nothing for you. I mean,
I want to know. I want to know who said buy up all the toilet paper. That's what I want to know, because the virus ain't got nothing to do.
Man, they trying to mummify themselves, bro.
Man,
or it ain't that much blowing your nose too. You know what I'm saying? You can't blow your nose that much.
Well, I about buy a biological suit if that's the case. if you that paranoid.
I know, right?
I mean, like, you got all kind of flus. I'm trying to figure out, y'all hospitals, are they packed down there? Because I ain't heard no breaking news about hospitals overloaded up this way. What about down there?
Nah.
Well, Alabama, they just started getting cases. I think they had their first case last week. And I think they're up to 10 now. We
got the first case that was reported. It was Friday.
It took that long for a super virus.
Exactly.
Now, ain't this flu season? The weather changing, so I got allergies and sinus. So,
but see, that's what I had. Man.
So if I cough and sneeze, what they gonna do? Everybody gonna run and call the people to come and get me and quarantine. I mean,
that's what it seems like. Like nobody will say bless you no more. They just look at you crazy, like,
yeah. Oh my God. You know,
and then they slowly back away.
Hey boy, my saying is going, man. I had a cough. I was trying to hold it in the store today. Like, hey, if I cough, here come the people, man. They coming to get me.
I did my barber like that, man. I'm in the chair. He doing this here. And I was like, hold on for a minute, man. He was like,
nah, bro.
Nah, you gotta get your ass out my chair, bro. Like, man, it was just a little cough.
Hey.
Appreciate Chris Neely for jumping in, man. Hey, man, much respect to you, man. Much respect to you too, man.
Facts.
Flashy said they got Ohio on lock. They got them on lock. Yeah, man. This pandemic. I'm sorry, I can't say epidemic. This pandemic, man, it's crazy. What's going on, Feel Fresh 313? Fuck the free world 313. I love saying that, man. When I see 313, I love saying that. But man, it's crazy how every year around, or every time around
election,
they always have some kind of epidemic. This is the first time I ever heard of pandemic. This is the first time I ever heard anything like
pandemic. Is crazy. To me, it's who's it affect on a higher level. Then it becomes a pandemic. But all the cancer is so bad. What's CDC at with that? Pneumonia. People been dying from pneumonia left and right. Nobody said nothing. So then,
it's crazy.
You know, so if this flu is that bad, we got the ones before. What were them? You know, saying is the influenza, Ebola, SARS,
bird flu,
Budweiser,
Ebola. You name it. They made it.
Yeah.
I say
they need to cut it out, man. And to me, like, people, you know, oh man, God's been good to this and that. Virus going around. Oh, quarantine. I thought you know, man, it's you know, that fear and panic is something else.
Yeah,
you can't concentrate when you have fear and panic.
Yeah.
You know, then it goes, you know, settle down. It's common sense. Like, nobody's rushing to the hospital.
No, they just tell you to quarantine yourself. Stay in your house.
Yeah, stay in your house. That keeps them from doing all the work.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, ain't dead bodies. It'd be dead bodies all over the place. It's been here for a minute. I mean, the death rate should be just somewhere up in the numbers.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of people in this country.
I kind of agree with Flashy what he said right there, because that was my thing. Every time you hear about some kind of epidemic like this, it always comes from China. It always comes from the Far East. Not being racist or nothing like that, but it's always coming from the Far East.
So right. They ain't clean them animals off and eat them, and then you got the scientists. They playing around and taking this and taking that and mixing up stuff.
I don't know how true this is. I don't. You know, they have different origin stories, but somebody said I saw where somebody said something like this came from somebody eating a bat.
What?
Yeah, I heard that too. What they want to come and say is it came from a laboratory.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. And something came out out of control.
Yeah.
And you know, and it's only hitting certain people. And you know, I remember when crack, y'all know, well, lock them up when it came to us. Heroin came and got them. Oh, they came up with Narcan and all kinds of stuff.
That's what's going on now with the opioids right now. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know if you've seen the new Dave Chappelle stand up, but he had a comment about that where he was talking about crack back in the day, and he was like, now, you know, the opioids is hitting a different bracket, and now they're not saying just say no.
No, not at all.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly.
That's Nancy Reagan right there. That's been gone. But
crack is like roaches, and heroin's like bed bugs. One just more powerful than the other.
Yeah.
You know, because you see them crack like roaches, they just fade out the way. It's-
But with this pandemic, is this another form of population control?
yeah, to me, I think it's two types of uh, population control: the mind to control you, and the other one physical, where either they take you out,
Hmm.
you know, and a lot, you know, some people that won't talk about that, but it's two different types of population control,
Yeah.
like causing panic and fear. You see how people gonna act. You see how much they control over people by putting fear in them.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know, that's to me,
That's the media. That's the media though. That's the media.
right, right,
I was just about to
right,
say that, bro.
yeah,
They want you to put
Fear.
that fear. They want to put
Yeah.
that
it's,
fear in you.
right,
But
right,
every time, it's always the media, regardless
right,
of
and they,
what it is.
and you know, they tied in with an unseen force to tell
Right.
them what to put out there and not to put out there.
Exactly. What you think, Hop?
About what?
Is it another form of population control? Then we can move on to the. We can move on.
Man, I really don't know because it seems like it's only really affecting the older people. You know what I
Well,
mean? As far as like causing deaths, older and the young, that have respiratory problems because it's a respiratory virus.
yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I I have no clue, bro. Who knows what these governments do? You know what I mean? They put stuff in the population all the time, and then want to blame it on something else. So
And that's what makes it conspiracy, because the conspiracy is you don't know what's going on. You know,
yeah,
Right.
it's secret until you find out what it is, and then it ain't conspiracy no more. So
Mhm.
that's my take on it.
that's when you become a whistleblower.
Hmm. Then
And as a
people
matter of
are
fact, they did have supposedly the guy that blew the whistle in China. He That's what I'm saying. You don't really don't know what it is because somebody was saying a whistleblower was involved and he's dead now, and then they were saying that it came from somebody eating bats.
it was
So
a doctor. I saw that
yeah,
story over there.
okay,
It's about an hour. You go on YouTube, pull it. It's like a movie. They throwing people in vans. They where their apartments was, they welded the door so they can come out, and they like, hey, we ain't sick, ain't nothing wrong with us. And then the doctor, who was the one was going to warn everybody, and they told
hmm.
him to don't say nothing. He
Yeah,
ended up dead.
the police came to his house and everything, didn't it?
And then all of a sudden they said, well, he caught it.
Yeah,
Nobody else now. They all in pack. Nobody else. He didn't have an immune system like everybody else. But now China was talking about they apologize. You know, they could have did better with him. You know, trying to clean it up.
yeah, of course. You know,
Hmm.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not panicking or anything, but I am building up my immune system.
Oh yeah.
I'm taking
Oh
stuff,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, to try to keep me, without having to, worry about. And I was doing that anyway before all this
Right.
stuff happened.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right. Right.
mean? 'Cause,
Hmm.
me and Black talk all the time. I take black seed oil. You know what I mean? It's black cumin seed,
Yeah.
and that helps
Me
build up
too.
your immune system. Okay, okay. So you on the black seed oil too?
Hmm.
Okay,
Take a
okay.
liquid up here.
You you gotta be a nutritionist, and you know you gotta be that scientist, man.
Yeah,
This is your
Right.
laboratory. This is your laboratory.
yeah. You got to know what to
You know
put
what I'm
in and out
saying?
your body. Yeah,
Right. And sometimes you might have to experiment the best way you can because you're trying to make yourself healthier. You know, get a little exercise in here. I mean, you know, we ain't promised tomorrow, but just do the best you
no,
can.
No.
yeah,
You know, I mean, when
Hey.
you go in the stores and all the toilet paper gone, but the pharmacy is still in stock.
You ain't lying.
You know,
We got a full size run in these pills.
oh
that's
man,
the
you ain't
cash
never
cow.
lying.
That's the
Vitamin
cash
C,
cow.
vitamin C everywhere.
Exactly. Hey, let's go ahead and get on into the interview process, man. So, Mr. Basil Lewis. Which one? Which one? Basil?
I'm gonna break it down. If you're in America, it's basil. You in
Okay.
England, it's basil. If you overseas speaking Arabic, it's basil. So
Oh, look
yeah,
at him.
so
Okay,
it's
then.
three different ways.
All right.
That's what's up.
So Basil. We'll say Basil.
That's
Um,
wrong. That's wrong. Now you're British. See what I'm saying? Just say Bays, man. Just call me Bays like some of the brothers do. Hey, B or
Hey,
Bays.
it's tea time.
We got
Man.
we got black, Bays, and Hop.
Okay, we got you, Bays.
All right, then. So what got you into sneakers? That'll be the first generic question we can come up with right now. So what got you into sneakers?
Sports.
Sports.
Yeah, being an athlete, and especially when I got more into playing basketball.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, tell everybody what your sport was. What was your sport?
Oh man, it was football, man. I wanted to be a wide receiver until Daryl Stingley got paralyzed. I got scared. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
So then baseball I played that, and then I tried to get on the teams where I was at. Either was a year too old, or a year too young. I got frustrated with that. And my friend, man, Dave Cosville, he was just all around athletic. And Dave taught me at 12 years old. And after that, I got with the older guys who started showing me when I was younger playing. I was like, man, I like this, you know. So I stuck. That's when I just went on stuck with basketball.
Okay. What was your sneaker of choice back then?
Converse, Canvas.
Chuck Taylor.
See, we had Chucks at first.
Yeah.
What did we get at the Chucks? Well, the Dr. J's is what I want. I want to be like Doc.
Okay.
The
yeah.
Pro levels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man, the Docs. And at the time coming up, they was the most popular shoe at the time was Converse.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They had all the marquee names in the NBA.
Right.
That and
that.
So, what got you into actually designing a shoe?
Oh man, my father taught me how to draw when I was in shoot. Actually, I was in daycare. I was like 4 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I would draw karate men. I draw all kind of stuff, basketball players. And so one day, I was always putting different shoes on the players that I was creating, had them dunking and leg whatever. And the idea came where I liked Nikes later on when they came out because I was too young for the Trailblazers, 73, and then that was the Legends that came. Legends was Legends is the mother version of the Air Force. Only thing missing on it is a strap.
Strap, yeah, exactly.
So when the Air Force Ones came out, I'm like, ooh, gotta get a pair of them. Oh man. So what I did was by the time I was going to graduate out of high school, my senior year, I said, man, I'm gonna flip these Air Force Ones. And that's when I sent it to them.
Okay, when you say flip it, let's go ahead and go ahead and show the people what one looks like. Let me see if I can grab one.
Oh, you got it? Oh, okay.
You got it. Go ahead and show what you got, Dan. You already on full screen.
Now I redone it to try to make it like the original.
Mm-hmm.
So then the original, that's what I sent to them back in '85.
What made you call it? Hold on, Black. What made you call it the 2001?
Man, I've been trying to think about that for some years. I don't know because I was in the Star Trek. A lot of the sci-fi movies. I love sci-fi.
Right.
And then
because then they have a movie called 2001. Space Odyssey.
Space Odyssey. Now you might have saw the riddle, and I think I might have been watching. Remember that Space Odyssey?
Yeah, because it seemed like you was trying to draw something for the future, and that's the one thing that I could think of. And I was like, 2001. I mean, it kind of made me think about. I don't know if you remember that Back to the Future, when the second one where he went into the future, and when he went into the future, you were seeing cars flying around and all kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Which we're in the future now compared to that movie, and we don't really have flying cars like that. But if we do, they're not out. You know what I mean, for the public. But I just wanted to know what made you call that the 2001, because you drew that shoe. You said in 84, 85?
85.
Okay, yeah. So that was what
I was
26 years ahead of your time back then.
right. I was 18 when I first did it.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that that it might have came from. I didn't like that movie though. I like the
Yeah,
special
I didn't.
effects. Wasn't no
Yeah,
action, but I like the
yeah,
name though. 2001: A Space Odyssey.
right.
So it might have been where I got, because I for the longest trying to figure out what made me put that 2001. But I know it's something that I wanted, what I'm saying, deal with the future with though. You're right
Yeah.
though.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to flip that whole dynamics and say, hey, so when I put the everlasting look and that line that you see through there,
Mm-hmm.
it was really space. I couldn't explain it. I broke it down the best way I could when I was, sending it into them. And then the straps, all that, the extra, the bottom part was to protect the ankles from, spraining your ankle. So that was the support up there when I came with that other strap.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the back.
Okay,
So
go ahead.
that I'm thinking on the back of the shoe was I wanted to, actually, there was a one on top of that representing it. See right there?
Uh-huh.
Okay, now check this out. Chuck Person. Man, he's blocking it, ain't he? Can I get it in there? See the Chuck? Same
Right.
Yeah, I
thing.
see it.
Same thing. And then this right here, when I was playing ball, Elliot Ness, look real close. Same shoe.
Okay, I
Right.
got that one. I'm a
Mhm.
screen share up, so hold on for a minute. I actually do have that one. Do y'all see it?
No, you got full screen on, bro.
Oh yeah, you
Okay,
got
hold on.
me. Yeah.
Hold on, let me get
So
off that.
while he's figuring that out, oh, okay, you got it.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Ask your
I was
question.
just gonna say, when you say the everlasting soul, what kind of concept was that when you say everlasting soul? Because that's something that I know you thought of it, but another thing, what made you think of the everlasting soul? Is that something that you felt like would last forever? The soul?
Yeah, they had in theirs. What is the original Air Force One sole was thicker than when they came back and revamped it. Like you throw them jokers in the washer,
Yeah,
take the strap off, put them back on.
yeah,
But it was something in there like to make it more on the inside, more components to give my idea, say make it ever to do more on the bottom on the inside of the shoe.
hmm,
And that's what I was, what I was getting at when I put the everlasting look over there and I put right there on the bottom, but on the original you can see it. That's why the line is so long.
right,
So when they did was you see the blackness, and then they put the aerodynamics right there in the center, what I was talking about.
right. I see you got
Yeah.
the 85 on there where you drew it.
Right,
There
right.
you go.
Yeah. So I see the black full line, which is the outsole, and then you
Mhm.
have like a smaller line in between that and the actual top of the midsole going all the way around. Then you got the upper. So I see what you're saying as far as the air bubble. I can't download the other one and send it to my email. That the one that you showed me, which is your original sketch. That's the
Let's
one I
see.
kind of wanted to screen share with everybody and blow it
There
up.
you go. There you go.
All
That's
right,
what you
hold on. Let me put
see.
it on here.
We see on the bottom of the Jordan and so forth.
You gotta take that one out, Black. The one
Yeah,
you
that's
there
what
you
I'm
go.
doing. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. There you go. Right there. Was
Yeah.
supposed to be right in there. Was supposed to be an opening right in there. To see what they could do between the inside and the out. So then so then you got this. right
Right.
there, what I was talking about. So if you look at this, if you look at this back here, right there, see this?
The blue part, the heel
Right.
counter.
Now, yeah. Now, once what they did was they raised this and then took it
Yeah,
up.
you had like a notch on the
Right.
outsole, and they just took it up to the upper.
Right. Yeah. So that's
So, so you had two straps on that, right?
yeah, two straps. Let's see.
And the just we'll go with the main strap, which is the top strap.
Right.
That went all the way around like a. Did that go all the way around like an Air Force One?
Yeah, it was the Air Force One. Let me see. They didn't have. They just had the regular strap. All right.
Right.
So then they came in and they just took the part instead of making a strap. They took that right there, and then they took right there in the front, the color piece
Mm-hmm.
right there. They shrunk it. Let me see. There you go.
Yeah,
Right
I
there in
see
the
the
tip. They
right
shrunk
there,
it. Yeah, they
right
made it
there. Top
smaller.
box. Right.
Hmm.
Okay,
Now
yeah, I see what you're saying.
the second strap, which I have my I'm gonna take you off full screen right quick, and what we're gonna do is we'll do this. I have my Revolution right here, and just so the chat can see. All right, his air bubble was right here, just the way Nike got theirs. All right,
Right.
okay. This heel counter, which you had down here, which was elevated a little bit, but it was the shape of this, right?
Right. And then
Okay.
they took you see the back, they changed that. See right there with look where he says Nike. Now look at if you look at my drawing right there at the top.
Hold on, let me get it. All right, where you at?
Oh, where I'm at right
On
here.
the
Okay, there,
heel where he's
Oh,
got
you
Nike
said
2001.
there you go. Right.
right. So instead of them putting Nike right here, they just kind of put the air right there, and they put a ski boot in
Right.
here.
Now they said my shoe in the letter looks more like a downhill ski boot. But they forgot they sent me the dynamics that they broke down to me is the stability a lot like an interlock ski boot.
And this is
Now see that right
exactly
there? Now, and you see the top right there with the trim, the blue trim?
talking about right
It's
here.
just yeah, the same trim. It dips down in there.
Oh, you talking about right here?
Right.
Yeah, they
That
just took
trim.
the
Okay.
they just took the strap, the wraparound strap off
Mm-hmm.
Right.
and
And
used
use
that.
it and use that trim up there.
Yeah.
And then on the strap, it's
Well, see,
got Nike. It's got Nike on that strap, right?
facts,
Nike on the strap, right?
right?
See this
And
Nike
you
on the
got the same
strap.
thing on yours. Yeah.
Yep.
But see, the thing is, this right here was that secondary strap that you had,
There's
right?
a secondary strap, and they took it all the way around.
And they took it all
So,
the way
so,
around.
so somebody smart, they said, well, you know what? We'll leave that out. It's about just taking it all the way around, and then make that part higher with that strap for that ankle support.
Okay,
And then
so
yeah,
go ahead. Go ahead.
they came out. I didn't know they came out with that shoe for females until 2012 when they wrote me back. The Sky High.
Yeah.
The Sky High.
They put like they made that into like a wedge because they did a couple of shoes like that. They made it like a wedge for women. You know what I mean? And they put like a
Right.
wedge in there. Yeah, because
Right.
I used to work in a retail store and we actually was it the Revolutions? Or we had some
Another Revolution.
I don't think it was a
like that.
Revolution. I think it was
I want to say the Air Force Ones.
I think it was some Dunks, some Nike Dunk Sky Highs.
Might have been Dunks.
That may have been what it was. But they did have a wedge in them because I remember those shoes. Because I was like, what is Nike doing putting a wedge in the shoe? Because they didn't really sell like that.
Right.
The ones that we had.
Do you have a description of how your shoe was as opposed to their shoe?
Yeah.
Like saying, like, you know, like some of the characteristics of your shoe.
Yeah, like the strap for the higher support, extra ankle support for secure protection. That's where
Right.
you see where they came around with that to make it a little higher. And then the extra sole for everlasting look was the inner, you know, the inner look. You know, he was talking about. And then there was the leather padding for comfort of the foot and the sole.
Right.
Which around there they got padding, you know, on the top of the shoe, you know, for that lock in around that ankle.
But yeah, by the ankle, right.
So
go ahead.
no, I was gonna say, you said you had wrote to them, right, and sent them your design,
Right.
and they sent you something back saying that it looks like a ski boot.
No, that was when we was going through the battle situation.
That's what.
But when they first wrote me, no, they was enthused with it. They said they wrote me within 2 weeks, saying they was enthused with the idea and they was overwhelmed with it and said it was keep it on file.
You have that letter, right? You still got that letter? Yeah. Read some of that so the people will know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was.
I'm finna see. Which date was that?
That's the July 9th, 1985.
Let me see if I got that one. I can actually put it up. Let's see if this is it right here. Nope, that's January '94. I think. Okay, here. You said July 9th?
Yeah, 1985. Hold on a second. Be right back. Wait a minute.
Can you see that, Hop?
Yeah. Can you blow it up a little bit?
Yeah. Okay. Let me blow it up a little bit. All right. As you can see, it does says July 9th, 1985. It says, Dear Basil. I'm sorry.
Hey,
It says, Thank you so much for your recent letter and drawings. We are truly pleased to learn of your enthusiasm for our products, particularly our basketball shoes. More so, however, we were taken with the idea and drawings you submitted for our consideration. While we are not in need of any new concepts at this time, we appreciate the work you put into them. You appear to be a very creative and talented individual, Bays, and certainly we wish you the best in your pursuit of this. Your degree in commercial art. So that's them telling you to go to school to get a degree, right?
No, it's called Thank You and Take a Hike. And we're going to use your stuff and we're going to give you credit for it. But then come back in 1986. Once again, we're going to keep your stuff on file. You got the 86? It's November of 1986.
I got it in my text, but I don't have it through the email.
Oh, okay. This one is November 14th, 1986. They say, thank you for your requested, letter, posters, drawings. The time and effort you put into this, your illustration is appreciated. Unfortunately, at this time, same thing. We had no openings for graphic designer at night, but we will keep your ideas on file. Thank you again, Basil, for your enthusiasm and interest in Nike and continued success at CTC Junior College.
So did you send them something else, and that's why they responded with that letter, or
same situation?
Okay, they just followed up with you like a couple of years later.
Right, a year later. It was a year later.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Right.
So you got the first letter in
85.
July of 85. The second letter came when?
November 14th, 1986.
1986. This is probably when they actually is developing the shoe now. So
right.
Did you get anything in 87?
No,
88.
no, I got my wig split when I saw it. Hey, I would tell you, I was recruit when I told you I was recruited up to Maryland Eastern Shore, and me and my teammates we went to the mall in Salisbury, Maryland, and when we saw him in the sporting goods store, it was like, oh man, them tight. I was like, oh, when we gonna be wearing them next year? They was like, oh, we. And I kept looking like, yo, man, that shoe look familiar. I say, man, that's my idea. And they was like, man, cut it out, man. Come on, KY. That's what they called me, KY, or Dink, my nickname.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, nah, man, I'm serious. I got all the stuff, man. Come on. And I just kept looking back. So got home on well, I stayed up there on break on Christmas break up in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
And a friend of mine, Steve Underwood, and I got this little part-time job down at the Boston Convention Center. It was a car cleaning cars at a car show.
Mm-hmm.
With this guy that he was a car salesman. I said, "This is what you always been doing?" He said, "Nah, man, I'm a lawyer." So I went on to him. I said, "What happened?" He said, "You have a patent?" I said, "What's a patent?" I said, "Oh man, it protects you, this and that." I said, "Well, I was 18. I just turned 18. I didn't know about no patent." I said,
Right.
"But they wrote me twice." He said, "They wrote you? What did it say?" But they couldn't use it at the moment. They was gonna keep my stuff on file. He said, "Man, you still got those letters?" I got, yeah, I got them. He said, "They just gave you a case. They just admitted that they use your stuff." Well, I get back. I had all my stuff. So when I got a lawyer, and that's when everything started shifting, and so I've been like a battery since. Like one time in September '93, they, when I asked for some money, the settlement, they thought about it for 4 months. So in January 1994, they told me, "Hey, well, I asked for Laura's sum of money. Unfortunately, can't pay it." They're like, "Well, we didn't do anything, but have your lawyer contact us." Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Why
at
would they
that
do
time,
that?
let that lawyer go, and Vince had to get somebody else. So if you didn't do anything, why would you write me? I got that letter too. I
Right.
call that the payoff letter. I sent that to you. And
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up now. You said
yes,
19. I mean,
yeah,
January, right?
January of 1994.
Let me see if I got that right quick. Yeah, I got it. Yep, I got it.
This
So,
was I was telling you that they forgot they sent me about this ski boot. When they inscribed mine to the lawyer, that mine looked more like a ski boot, but they forgot they sent me this.
mm. All right. So here is.
Certified.
Let's see.
All letters are certified. More letters.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up, but it won't let me pull it up
Let
for
me see if
some
I can
reason.
find
Hold
it.
on. I mean, I got it right. I got January 19th, 1994.
That's it.
Is that it?
That's it. They say the bottom say payoff.
Yeah,
Should be
I
more.
want everybody to see it.
Mhm.
So with that letter right there, what did your lawyer say then?
Oh, I didn't have a lawyer. I did that
Oh,
on
you
my
didn't?
own. Yes,
Oh,
the one I had let go because that became controversial. Then I had to eventually get somebody else. At the guy that I had before. There's a lot of blackballing that was going on through the process.
right.
Especially you trying to hit the medias and stuff, and all these excuses nobody want to hear it. They rather talk about it. Somebody saving a dog out the baby pool than hear my story. So so that's that was what's going on with that. You know, to finally some you know, league was like we just gotta keep pushing it out there. You
Do
know,
you
let
have that
people.
letter? Do you
Yeah,
have that letter handy?
yeah. I just had that letter. Man, there's so
For some
many of
reason,
them.
for some reason they want to. And that's crazy that they seen you. How many letters you got in all?
When I tell you it was 7.
Man, that's crazy that they sent all them letters to you, but they are not at fault.
Right. That's why they won't come after me. You know, for slander or anything. I've been
Slander,
waiting.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I've been waiting for them. Like, you know, come on with it. You know, ain't my fault you wrote me. And then everybody that wrote me or corresponded, they're no longer with the company. Here we go.
And see, that's crazy too, because now it's like they making themselves look guilty.
There we go. It's the payoff. They thought about it, then backed out. We said that your second letter appears to be a request for a sizable sum of money. Nike cannot pay such money. The reason we cannot pay such money, or they outline in our prior correspondence to you. We once again advise you to retain a patent attorney, and we are also remaining and willing to consider and any new information you or your attorney can provide to us.
So
But
they pretty much told you to lawyer up, then come back and holler at us.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
glad I didn't, because what I asked for, I've been cheating myself, you know, because you're still learning the legal game and what's owed to you. Now I realize, like, shoot, man. So now the stakes is bigger. That's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? The money, uh, uh, you know, the sum of money, and
Yeah.
then this right here that they didn't want me to get out telling nobody, you know, about what happened. You know,
So was 94 the last time you heard from them?
no, it was 2012.
So from 94 to 2012, in, bet-
2012.
in between that time, how many times have you wrote them as opposed to them writing you back between that time?
Uh, I took it in between, you know, because I knew right then and there I had to go ahead and try to mark it out there and put them on blast.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Now everybody that's contacted me is no longer with the company. This last lady, when Phil Knight sent all my stuff back, I want to remind him, I ain't forgot about you. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? As far as attorney, you know, ain't no just one fight. We try to get this thing settled,
Right.
you know, because they don't want it out there. And then, you know, that little low ball that took, you know, I've been cheating myself with that. So I called the lady. She tells me, you know, hey, let's talk about it, whatever. That called and asked, you know, my name was, you know, me, said she's gonna get back. I gave about a couple weeks or so. I called back. She's no longer at the company. Her name was Jennifer Yakayama. So I'm like, okay. So I talked to the guy that took her place, and I broke it down to him. He said, well, let me get your number and get back with you. Dude, you ain't gonna get back with me. Not that what
See,
I told him and what they to say. He left that alone. It sounded like a nice dude,
right.
you know. I mean, it wasn't his fault. He just entered the position, you know. So when they say, well, what if you Nike, you know, some people, if you probably question like, well, I got the letters to prove it. And if that's the case, I ain't getting no cease and desist. I ain't getting sued for slander
Right.
if I was wrong. So folks got, you know, hey, do the math. I mean,
Man.
Chinese kids sued him for $7 million for a stick figure. Look that up. And y'all want to give me $2.50 and a free pair of sneakers? Come on,
I,
man.
I see in that first letter they did give you a catalog though.
Oh yeah, see,
They did
yeah,
give you a
man.
catalog now.
Yeah, that's 86 catalog. Authentic. Anybody got this? They said that to me. They like my stuff, man.
But let me
That's what
say
he
this
was.
then.
That's when he was in the running shoes. See that? Not
Let
the
me.
hoop shoes. Not. Yeah, go ahead.
But what? Okay, what was that going to do for your design though.
That book.
Yeah. At
Hey.
that, when you actually got the book, what was that gonna do for your design?
Man, I think they was, I didn't know what was going on. I got that in '86. Work with, saying, I want to order some shoes, and hopefully, they was gonna think about it and call me up and say, hey, how's it going with school with commercial art and so forth?
Right.
Year later, shoes on the market.
They wanted you to send them some more designs. They said, let's send them some more inspiration. That's what that was.
That's exactly was Air Max, and then Air Max came and play '87 because it was let's see, the Trailblazer '73, the Legend, the Air Force One, the Jordan. It wasn't a lot of basketball shoes that they did until right after that.
Yeah, I wasn't the Air Force One the first one to actually have air in it. Correct me if I'm wrong, Black.
It
didn't have. They
named the Air Force One at the, military. That's because it wasn't no air. It was just a regular shoe called the Air Force One, like the military Air Force.
I think they did have air in it. You just couldn't see it. They didn't have the visible air unit in there.
Well, the only air they got is when they just the stuff wearing down here, or they get wet, or you jumping when the air getting it. Then I get hit with so he hit me with Tinker Hatfield. What is Tinker's last name?
Tinker Hatfield?
Yeah, Tinker Hatfield. Well, he said he did an air bubble in '84. Oh, did he? Ain't nobody wasn't hearing about Tinker until I started being in talks. Then all of a sudden, here comes Tinker's conversation. Okay, no problem, Tinker, if he came up with the air bubble concept. But it was still me that helped with the idea, say, hey, he owns something. So 84, 85, I had to tell somebody, like, look, you got the aftermath. You wasn't getting development going on.
Mm-hmm.
The big difference when something came out versus being worked on. We talking about a 3 to 2 year process. And that's when I'm in the picture. So regardless what Tinker say, ain't got to do with that shoe favoring the shoe that I got.
What made you put the air bubble on the sole of that shoe? What made you make it like that visible air? I mean, I know it's like, ink that's colored in, but
I think that to me, I give them credit coming in, helping them with the idea, with the bubble idea, where to put it.
Mm-hmm.
If they say they came up with it. But if I wouldn't have sent nothing, when was it gonna come out? It wasn't in the Air Jordan.
No.
Wasn't in Air Jordan. Why you put in that? Right. Why don't you put in Air Jordan then? You could do it. The new Air Jordans got the air bubble in it.
Right.
So it's like they could have redone the Air Force One. Even put it in that, but still, it came to the same factor as he came up with something that he's owning something.
I think if they did do the Air Force One, it would have been a blatant. I think it would have been blatantly that they actually took it from you, as opposed to the Air Revolution. They tried to use some of your design cues and put it into a newer shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got to think, Air Force Ones came out in '82. So this, 5 years later, we got this revolutionary sneaker that's going to change the game. It was the first basketball sneaker with visible
I think
air.
the one they come out, I think they came out in 80.
They came out in
84. No, I'm talking about the Air Force One. Air Force Ones.
82.
Was that 82?
Mm-hmm.
And the Legends came out in 80, I think.
79, 80, somewhere up in there, yeah.
Right, exactly. So my thing is, even with the Air Revolution, man, you couldn't even change. I mean, that wouldn't even flip good. I think somebody got careless.
I look at the name, like you said, your name 2001 was futuristic. So
I was going to say that they called it Air Revolution.
Yeah,
right, Revolution.
They tried to flip it to be like, this is a revolutionary shoe that's going to change the game.
And it did.
Exactly.
The soul game was changed because of Air Revolution. So folks that want, your sneakerhead, man, really? That shoe was the godfather of air bubbles.
Yeah, it
And then
is,
the
man.
Air and the Air Max, you know what I'm saying? Okay, we're gonna put it on the Air Max too. But
So
a stack, yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so when you first, when like you say, when you saw the shoe, you was like, wow, what? That's my shoe. That's my design. Do you still have people to this day be like, okay, I designed that shoe. You know, do you still have people that have doubts about you saying what you saying about this shoe? Oh, he must got a call. He froze up. Yeah, he got a call. We're gonna wait till he get back. Hey, there he is. He came back. Beep, beep.
Can you hear
There
me?
you go. Yeah. Oh, left out again. But it's crazy how this whole situation. You talking about 84 and it's 2020. That's crazy, man. How this whole ordeal has went on so long, man. Uh, can you hear us?
Yeah, I get you. I'm back.
Okay,
You
okay,
taught me you taught me how to game, how to play Invisible Man and come back.
okay. But my question was from when you said you first saw the shoe in the mall with your partners, and you was like, man, that shoe looked familiar. That I designed that shoe. That's my shoe. Up until now, and you still tell the same story that hey, that's I designed this shoe. Do you have people that still doubt you on that and be like, nah, man, is it like a one of them stories that sticks out to you to where you still have the naysayers out there?
It's only it's only it's only a few that I've seen on.
You froze up again. Yep.
See, Red saying the same thing I said. Air Force Ones did come with the air unit. They just weren't visible. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, it did. That was the reason why they call it Air Force. Because before that shoe, everything else was just a convention or a Nike or Terminator. It wasn't
Yeah,
none of those. That
none
was
of
the
them had
first shoe.
air in it.
No, that was
I'm
the first
saying
basketball.
none of them had the word air in the name. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm getting into. Let's see what this does.
Man, why somebody don't want me saying nothing? My stuff keep just.
Do you get text? Are you getting text
Hey,
or call? Are you on your phone?
Yeah,
yeah,
he on his phone.
I gotta get my tablets jacked up.
Oh, okay.
So now,
Oh,
I got.
so
I'm
you
out.
was
Hey,
you,
what's the? Hey,
you
what's
was
the?
getting calls?
No, I didn't get no calls or nothing. I don't know why it's
Oh,
doing
okay.
that. That might
What
sound
about
like
your Wi-Fi?
it might be the Wi-Fi. You know what? I'm gonna take it off at Wi-Fi. That could be it. Take it off the Wi-Fi.
Oh, should have left the Wi-Fi on.
Okay, I'm back. It's a Wi-Fi,
Okay.
man.
Oh,
I
that's what
gonna
it
say,
was.
I was going to sound like what's the option do? Every time I don't understand. I mean, I thought I had to talk like that.
So,
No. Oh, what was I saying?
naysayers.
Oh yeah, you know, it was this one thing I was on film, but it was a lot of people came to defend me. Like some people just they be like kind of they like a lot of be mind blowing. Like wow, there's somebody else to tell them like, hey, Bays and what? So then when I show them the stuff, they say they're like, man, wow, I didn't know. I was, Then you get some people like, get a lawyer. I never said I didn't have a lawyer. I never said I needed a lawyer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We just pushing the story out. You know what I'm saying? So it can be heard. So people know the truth, what's going on.
And that's the
And
thing, stuff like
mm,
this, man. People need to be heard. And like when I heard it, I haven't heard it before, and I've been into sneakers well over 30 years, man. And it's the first time I ever heard of this. You know what I'm saying? Well, what, maybe 6 months ago, and it was like mind blowing when I heard about it. And I was like, well, he got the proof because there's the original sketch.
That's
There's
why
the
you
letters.
ain't got. That's why you ain't got to defend that to nobody. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
there's the
I said,
letters.
but when they got a doubt, I got a website. They know about it. I hit them up. Go to it. I ain't got time to sit there and debate about what you. I ain't care less. I got the
Hey,
letters. I got
hey,
the.
man,
You know.
you got all lines tapped, bro.
Oh no, man! I told you, man.
They watching.
Oh
Nike
gosh,
trying to clap us. They trying
won't
to
he
clap
just
us.
won't he just go away? YouTube, do come on now.
Shit.
You
They trying
know,
to shut us down.
yeah, trying to shut down. They got they got power like that. You know, I told you, man, you gotta be a Jedi. I'm going against Darth Vader.
You ain't lying, man. So let me ask you this: you got any questions before I ask mine?
Come on,
Just
Hop, bring it, Hop, bring it, Hop.
no. I was just gonna ask, like, where do you see this going from here? I know you've been telling your story, telling about the letters and stuff, because you seem like you got some pretty good concrete evidence. You know what I mean, for them reaching out to you and sending you the letters saying they was gonna keep your stuff on file. So what would be the end result for you? Like, what would you like to see? What would you like done in this situation for them to rectify everything and make everything, right with you?
Yeah, yeah. Just reward me what I'm due, and some point, man, you gotta be honest with people. If you know for just being a thief and keep stealing different people's ideas, and you get all this, success going on, people they respect the I respect you, man, when you just be honest.
Mm-hmm.
They say, hey, they honor this dude. That all went down, they squashed that and they came to the table, and shoot, what I'm looking for, they owe me. Y'all two might have to be my bodyguards.
Hey man, hey, you playing good? I'm
Hey,
there.
I know,
all right,
right?
man, I wouldn't put you on the front line like that. But no, just be real.
Right.
And some people they got contracts, you know, and with them whatever, it's like, oh, I don't want to say nothing. So you ain't no sneakerhead. Sneakerheads to me is real sneakerheads. I might be wrong. It's like if me on like that ain't cool. Come on, give them props. We like your shoes. We like your gear. Sneakerheads are supposed to be like jazz musicians. They just want
Right.
to have a good time and do what's right. They ain't with no the drunk. They just relax. They just want to have fun and kick it. And
Right. Right.
it's, and I mean that's what it is. Like the sneaker, art is supposed to be a peaceful thing. And there's so many people that's doing like these custom designers. There's
Mm-hmm.
some bad folks out here.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I'm looking at their stuff and say, oh, this is what they like. Okay, put that in the let's take that back to the drawing board. Then you
Right.
see a shoe come out. I'm talking to a brother, everything they did customized shoe, he compared it to the Jordan. Yes, so they gotta be careful putting their stuff out there, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and it's sad because I mean, why not like, hey, we want to hire you. Can we talk with you? You got people in there, half of them ain't good as the people that's on the streets.
Well,
These customers.
we was talking. I don't mean to interrupt you, but we was talking
Oh,
about
go
that
ahead.
a while back, and we was saying like you can't get someone that's like 21, 22 into these oblong companies coming in trying to design something that came out 30 years ago
Hmm.
because they wasn't
Right,
there.
right.
I mean, they could probably design something of this millennium, but not
But
30 years ago.
what they can do is the millenniums. They kind of we underestimate them because some of them like retro and
Hmm.
they got that nerd in them where you can take them and say, hey, we'll take your old stuff and advance it. They do it all the time in the companies. Jordan, the same shoe. Way to win it, they're gonna buy it. I don't care, probably 20 years. They're gonna get that shoe, that same shoe has been out for how long?
Hmm.
So if you take one of the millennium, say, hey, how about we add this to this Jordan 6, this Jordan 10 or whatever, work together. So you got that future is going to a whole nother level because of the creativity between the young and the old, if it makes sense what I'm
Oh, that
saying.
makes plenty of sense. I get what you're saying.
Like prime example, they didn't want to do that with me. I guess maybe he black. Then years later, my cousin Kurt, he sends me this message where they went hard two young white kids from old high school. They went back to Covington, Kentucky. And I was like, wow. But not to knock them, congratulations, coming from old high school, but went back to where some of it started from.
Wow.
Yeah, you look that up, you pull it up.
So you saying that? So do you know the exact year?
It's not too long ago.
Maybe 3-4 years.
What's that? Is it couple years? Think about a couple years. River City News in Covington, Kentucky. Pull up Nike Horse. Two kids from Covington, Kentucky. Matter of fact, it should be on my it should be on my website.
So what do you call that?
Is
that them trolling you?
Connection.
We got a question in the chat from Feeler Fresh 313. He said, "What if they tried to hush the payoff with offering you a shot at designing another shoe? What would you do?"
Nah, I want my money.
All right.
He said simple and easy.
Let me tell you something. You design a shoe, then what? You probably get less than what they owe you.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot that they owe. And come up with a shoe to please me. See, that's what they did when I was younger. They wrote those letters. Oh, well, thank you. And you're going to graduate, continue going to school. And thank you, Basil, for sending your stuff. You know, thank you. Well, and here's a piece of candy too, and a catalog. It'd be like the same thing.
When you said I want my money, the first thing that popped up in my head was that scene on Friday where they shooting dice, and Chris Tucker said, "Give me my money," and Nike as Debo said, "I won."
Yeah, right.
That's the first thing I thought about. I was like, Nike is Debo, man. They Debo,
right.
Man.
And everybody trying to help, they gonna be like, "You want some of this too?"
Yeah.
No. I told you about messing with them people.
Yeah. That's the first thing I thought about. I said, "Give me my money."
I was trying to give a shout out to Phil Nike and Nike Corporation. They know,
Let me ask you.
They really do. They really do know.
Do you wear Nikes to this day?
No. Give my money.
You know what? It's funny that it's crazy that you say that because I was watching this thing with Deion Sanders, and he don't really fool with Nike no more. I don't know if it was about the money or whatnot, but he said he don't rock with Nike no more either because
I forgot what happened with that. Do you remember?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I can't remember exactly what happened. I don't know if it's it might have something to do with money. I'm not really quite sure. I don't really know the whole situation, so I really can't speak on it like that. But I do remember seeing him on matter of fact, I think he was on Full Size Run. I think he was on Full Size Run. That show right there. And they asked him about Nikes, and he was like, "Nah, man." He said he's straight Under Armour now. I think it might be. I think he wanted Nike to sponsor his school or something, and I don't think they would do it or something like that. Something like
Kanye, that. Wasn't Kanye West? Something happened?
They wouldn't want to give him creative control on designing shoes.
Look at him now with Yeezy.
And I don't even think they was paying him royalties either.
I don't think so either.
It might have something to do with that.
Right.
I don't think so either.
They just unjust, man. Where they talking about, well, we for justice and we gonna support Kaepernick and give him a contract. Okay, if you about justice for black folks, come holler at me.
I think
it's a puppet show that goes on, man, as far as what benefits people. Controversy sells. That's what marketing is all about.
Well, I think with the Kaepernick, to me, it's like they riding that hot wave. Because when the shoe came out, to me, the design of the shoe it sucked. That's just my opinion. I mean, all you had was a black Air Force One, white check, and you had his logo on the back. And
My friends will tell you, man. Then I said when it went down with the NFL looking and so forth, say he ain't going back for what?
No,
He's doing good outside the NFL. And I said that Nike got him, you know what I'm saying, with the controversy. I said he's going to have a shoe come out a little bit right after this situation happened. Sure enough, shoe came out. I said, I told y'all, it's a game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, brother man, get yours. I mean, I hit him up a couple times, you know, on Twitter, you know, and about it. He never did respond back, but it's all good. You know, sometimes with us, as long as we got ours, it's all that matters.
Right.
Me, I got some principles, man. Like wrong is wrong. You know, if I'm wrong about something, you know, hey, you gotta step up.
You got a fan right here. Said big up to Basil for creating a classic. Nike, stop playing with the OG. Put some respect on the brother's name.
You in my wheel, brother. Salute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Man, but I get more responses like that than anything. I really do. And
but see, that just shows you, you know, the genuine of people and what they believe. You know, it's always two sides to a story, but it seems like your story is more credible than Nike's story.
That's what the whole thing is, man. I'm telling somebody, if you did something, whatever, even if you copyright or a patent, that's something credential and save your stuff, you know, proof that, you know, that you sent this with date, or if they sent you something back, you know.
Right.
And with me, it's like, if I didn't have none of this, it's a different story. Be like, man, what's this dude talking about?
I got another question for you.
Come on, Hop.
I'm not sure how far you've gotten. Just like you were saying when you was calling back to Nike, trying to get in touch with those people that you first talked to at first. Have you ever like tried to find those people outside of Nike to find out what happened to them and why they not working with the company no more?
I couldn't find them. I did that.
Okay.
All the people.
Because you can almost find anybody on Facebook.
Boy, hey, look, I look.
Yeah.
Shoot, the first two ladies wrote me. Shoot, I knew their name by heart. Like, they fed me. Linda and what's the other one's name? Man, I just know Van Beamer and man, I mean, it's crazy.
So you think they got hush money to disappear?
Hey,
it's a possibility.
Somebody, you know, people ask me that about the hush thing, and it's crazy. Like that hush thing is, you know, it's almost like when somebody pay you and don't say nothing, they won't give you credit. You know, you take Black History Month. So many African Americans then created stuff, and we don't hear about it until Black History Month or somebody put it out there. You know, that's that hush thing with them. Instead of just, hey, so and so did this, they did it, give them props. You know, I mean, ain't nothing for me to talk about. Yeah, once they, you know, it comes to the settlement, ain't really much for me to talk about. I mean, you know, people know unless somebody, you know, depending on how it goes in the contract situation. But guess what? I ain't hushing right now.
So the last time you ever heard from Nike was 2012. You never tried to contact them again, or?
No, I was letting the legal people handle all that. So okay, we just keep doing what, you know, been doing, and just putting out there, just, you know, exposing the situation. So you know, people know. Oh, go ahead.
So if you got your legal people handling the situation, there's only so much that you can speak on, right? As far as like, what are they trying to do? How much are they trying to get?
Right. You tell the story, and the facts is what it is.
Right.
You know, everything else has got to be, you know, how they classify it going with that.
So I'm hoping, man, and wishing and praying that due justice come your way, brother. I swear I do, because man, for this story to be going on, this situation, I'm not even gonna call it a story. I'm gonna call it a situation that's going on for so long. This is what, well over 30 years, right?
Yeah, what
Yeah,
is it? A little bit
Yeah.
over 30? Yeah.
yeah, well over
Right.
30 years.
About 30,
Yeah,
33
see all
years,
that,
32,
see all that
33
going on
years.
right there. It's
Man, you get
that's
grades,
why
ain't you?
that's why I keep doing like this. This beard, man. Oh man.
It's
But
crazy, man, that it's been
and there's a
going
lot
on
of
for this
podcasts
long.
a lot of podcast shows that I hit up,
Mm-hmm.
and y'all and Sneaker Bar Detroit
Mm-hmm.
and Everyday Sneakerheads is the only ones that actually like want to hear the story and so forth. Sometimes people get their snacks like they in daycare. In other words, Nike get them shoes and packages and all that. So a lot of people like, nah, I need my snacks.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless you
So
just, but a
so if they
story is a
came,
story.
so you had a box, a big box at your front door, and it's full of Nike product, shoes, etc. And then it's a letter in there. Hey, we need to talk to you.
Yeah, we can talk. I'm gonna sell them shoes till them get some of my money.
Hey, something got to
What
give.
what they go up for
Some
about
guy,
100 something? What they go up for 100 something a piece?
well, see, it depends on what you get. What if they seen some Monarchs? You know what I'm saying?
That's the dad shoe, the mall walker.
You can't do
Yeah.
no with the Monarchs.
That's the
Yeah.
Nike Skechers.
Yeah, it's enough for me to go shopping at Macy, but not to go travel Italy and go buy me some outfits and stuff with
There
that
you
real
go.
money.
There you go.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
you
You
got
know
to
what?
go.
I got, man, I got some good people in my corner that really been supporting me and pushing the story out there. And
Yeah, that's a good thing,
it's a
man.
it's a blessing, and find people that's genuine and real. I mean,
Right.
it's an ugly situation. Like this is crazy. Like sometimes
Yeah.
it's like, is this a dream? Like this is really going on? Especially somebody when you was younger who you was a fan of,
Yeah.
and then you go find out like, wow, you never I was telling Black, he said, you never thought in a million years. I said, nope.
No, you wouldn't. I mean, you just you know what I'm saying, a kid back then just saying, "Hey, let me draw something and send it to Nike."
Right.
Probably never even thought you would get a response. You
Yeah,
know
Hmm.
what I'm
exactly.
saying? And then when they send you this letter back, and you like, okay, I might have some on my hands. And then next thing you know, they sending you another letter back. And then
Right.
next thing you know, you seeing a concept that you thought up and sent to them in a store. You be like, you hit the Scooby Doo. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Your ears perk up. You know how them dogs' ears perk up. You know what I'm saying? Your ears
Yeah.
perk up. Be like, man, what's going
Oh
on?
man, it
You
was
know?
crazy, bro. It was crazy. It just clicked in. By that time, I had just Gary turned 20 when I saw him,
Hmm.
and I was like, what in the man? I walked through the ball, man, like purple haze or something. Like, dang, man, oh man, I kept, it stayed in my mind, so I kept going. But finally, got home on break. I went into my box, and there everything was.
So the first, you had two letters in '85, right?
Still got it. Still got it.
You had two letters in '85, right?
85 and 86.
Oh, '85 and '86.
Hmm.
And when you actually saw the shoe, you
87.
had, it was still two letters when you first saw the shoe.
Hmm.
So
Right.
you only sent that one initial drawing in '85, and then they sent you the letter back, and then you didn't send them nothing else in between the first and second letter. Is that what you're saying?
That was,
Or did you send them something else?
yeah, it was still the shoe. And there was also some jogging suits
Okay, because
and,
the
and
reason why
winter
I asked
coats.
that,
It
reason
winter
why
coats, but they didn't mess with that. They was still stuck on the shoe concept.
that's what I was getting at, because I was like, okay, if you didn't send them anything between the first letter and the second letter, that means you were still on their mind. That's what I'm trying to get at. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
like that's the thing that I'm thinking about. Like,
I mean, and it was
okay,
quick. Each time was quick. You
right,
know, year later, dealing with that concept again, and then these, I noticed later on that there was a change in some of the fashion. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't remember what that was. But they was really, they was that the shoe thing. They was stuck on that.
yeah. Well, what
You
about 80,
younger.
85? That's when Jordan was coming out, and then they started making him like sweatsuits and stuff like that. Because I remember
Right.
he was in the dunk contest. He didn't even, the first year he was in the dunk contest. He didn't even have a jersey on. He was in his Jordan warm ups, because
Right.
they was clowning on him at the All-Star game, saying, who does he think he is? He wearing his stuff. In the
Hmm.
All-Star game, he ain't even got a jersey on. You know
Right.
what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
So that could have been, the change in the style and the fashion. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
Jordan
Right.
started coming in with the baggy clothes and kind of
Hmm.
changed that around, where it seemed like the youngins going back to that style that they wore back then. Nowadays, they got
Right. Right.
with the tight
And
shorts on and
the
stuff like that.
tight, man.
Recycles,
We
man.
ain't want, man. We ain't want wearing them things like that, man.
No, bro.
Shoot. I
No,
mean,
bro.
we didn't know no better. And after a while, I was like, everybody looked like they was over. If you was 5'2", you look like you was 5'11". If you was 5'11", you look like you about 6'3". Because your
Right.
legs, the socks came up to your knees. Remember that?
Yeah.
I got a picture where I'm sitting at my ninth grade year like that. Man, like I'm about 6'2.5". I ain't up about 5'7", 5'10" at the time, something like that.
Yeah.
But the two letters from 80, 85, 86, and the when you first saw that shoe, what made you keep those letters?
Oh man, I
What
was
made you keep
excited.
those two letters?
Shoot, Nike writes you, shoot, I'm trying to think right now. Shoot, if Zion Williams in a poster right now, autograph, you gonna put that joker up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Zion, hey, yeah, so it was like that's what it was, especially being younger, like, oh
Yeah.
shoot. And all my cats, and they were like, dang, Baze, Nike wrote you. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. The
That's
guys sport
That
the
goes back to
guys
what I was saying. Like, you didn't even think you was gonna get a response. So when you got a response back, you was like, dang, I got to keep
I
this.
I went to Eggleston and Manor Sporting Good, the guy that worked there, we used to go up there all the time, and I asked him for the address. Said, what you need it for? I said, I got an idea I want to send them. And that was 85.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, well, Nike's slow to get back because we be waiting on some products. He said, well, good luck. 2 weeks later, I'm back up there. I said, look. He was like, whoa, they wrote you that quick? Man. Wow, man. Hey, he was blown away.
And that was the first letter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks.
Like, I designed a shoe for Nike too back in 87, I think. 88,
Right.
87, 88. I designed a shoe too for them. I mean,
Okay.
I couldn't even tell you what the shoe looked like now because it's been so long, and most of my designs are pretty much gone. I got a few, but man, I had like this thick of just design of shoes that I sent to different companies back in the day, and
Right.
they didn't initially send anything back that quick like you did, like they did you. But I did get a response, and it was mainly saying, "Hey, thank you for your interest in our brand, but take your ass to school." That's pretty much what they told me. It
Yeah,
wasn't the
you
fact
bought.
like what you had. Yours was way on another level as far as mine. Mine was like, man, just give them a generic letter, tell them go to school. We moving on.
You know what, man, it's sad is you young, you think about that. You excited because
I was
it's
just
like Christmas Day. You getting your get gifts and toys and stuff like, oh, but to take advantage of people, especially when they're young, you know what I'm saying? And like, okay, 1891, yeah, and you don't say, well, after you finish school or something, come see us or whatever. Maybe we come and talk to you. No, we just gonna take advantage of them because they're young. But it backfired, and when you got the supreme being, watching over you, it was a blessing that I still had the stuff and to continue to be able to have the contact that was going on with it.
Exactly. You had
Mhm.
contact from 85 all the way up to 2012.
Hey,
That's
no.
almost
Hey,
30
no,
years.
actually, oh, I see what you're saying. I'm thinking about the legal thing. Yeah, you're right.
I'm
From
saying
80,
contact period.
right. Yeah, 85
85
on up to
to 12. That's
2012.
that's
That's a
almost
lot.
30 years. Man,
And you too cheap to say, hey man, what you want? We
exactly.
we got enough to give you this and say, let's end this right here.
That's crazy, man. I mean,
But you rather try to deny it, blackball, keep me from interviews and all kind of stuff, and it's still out there. People know it. They talking about it now. So that's one thing that I say I accomplished. Story out there now. Even
so
ones that know that's higher up,
right.
they may not contact like certain athletes or entertainers or anything like that.
Hmm.
To say we gonna push. Say like hey man, what you doing here? Hey, look out. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do. You can't depend on nobody. You got to be independent. And keep strengthening up your mental and your spiritual. You know,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Never let
you
nobody
know.
fight your own battles.
Oh, and then the younger people knowing. Hey, protect yourself. Make sure
Hmm.
you keep all your evidence. Like I said, and allow them taking advantage of these the custom designers and that's their passion. And they like it, and that's what they want to do. You know, and man, I tell you, man, it's a lot of them got some skills.
Oh yeah, man. There's a lot of people we know, man, that they got skills. One of them is in the chat.
Yeah, I was gonna
You know,
say I got dude that did one of my shoes.
Mhm.
Uh, I'll show it to you real quick. Hold on.
See, Hop be holding back, man. You know.
he be holding back, man. Yeah, exactly, man. He got some stuff over there, bro.
Shout out to Alabama. Salute.
You already know. We
Yeah.
already know us country folk down here.
Got this
Um,
vote.
I don't know if you've seen these. They're called the what the fours. It's like a combination of the black cement fours, white cement fours, and the white fire red fours, and the military blue fours.
Wow.
And so both shoes were white. Like this is the original of the shoe.
Right, got you.
And me and Black always said they should have made one shoe black because one shoe in this trifecta is black. So my guy Eric Jones is in the chat. He painted one of them black for me.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah, put me on the screen, full screen,
Oh,
so he can see.
yeah.
So
Oh,
this is
yeah.
so this
That's it.
this is how they turned out.
Dang, Eric
But
got some skills,
yeah,
man.
just it looks like it
Man,
came like that. You know what I'm saying?
it do. Yeah.
There's no overspray.
No, man. It look like
Yeah,
yeah, it looks so.
and I've worn this shoe, and there's no paint coming off. You know, yeah, he did his thing with that. You know what I mean?
Look what he did with the netting on there, man. How he took that blue and white like that.
Well, that was already like that.
Was it?
Yeah, because this is part of the military blue force, and like
Okay.
this is part of the white fire red force, and this is part of the white cement force. But
Okay.
this shoe was originally white, but
He
he painted this black for me. Yeah, and it
yeah,
looks like it came
he
like that.
yeah, he freaked that.
Yeah, he did. He
It's
did.
all right.
So yeah, this is
Yes.
I like the hang tag.
Man, yeah, salute on that, brother. He did your thing.
yeah he did.
I
He
like
did. So
the hang tag.
That's giving my boy a little shine right there. My boy Red. We call him
Yeah.
Red. We call him Red. He's a local guy, man. So anytime I need some
Great
work
head.
done on some shoes, yeah, he's a great customizer. Very, very tedious about his work.
Right,
Very
right.
tedious. So he's a
Yeah, you
perfectionist,
can see
man.
that. You can see that too, the
Yeah,
way he
he's a
did that thing.
perfectionist. Yeah, he did. He did his thing. So
Mm-hmm.
appreciate you, Red. Appreciate you, Smokey and Chris. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah, he's a customer. He's a customizer, man. He's actually did a pair of Space Jam 4s back in the day where he took a regular 4 and painted it black and then made it look like a little. I think it was the lab 4s. He painted it black and made it like a matte black and left the bottom part patent leather, so it would look like the Space Jam 11s. And yeah, he did his That's what really made me recognize him back in the day.
Okay.
So yeah, he does his thing.
Man, that's he did his thing.
Yeah.
Black want to say something, Hop. You gotta look at him. He gonna say something.
No, I won't say nothing.
He gonna ask you something.
I'm just reading the chat, man. I'm just glad you blessed us with your story, man.
Man, for real.
And,
I was reading on Instagram. It was like, well, hey man, I'm waiting to hear this story. So I put a couple of them. I put the website on there. And,
I think it's the initial drawing itself is what intrigued a lot of people, because when you look at it, it does look like the Air Revolution, but it seems like when the actual shoe came out, they tweaked it away from yours, but they still had design cues from what you made as far as the visible air unit.
What do you call it? Artistic pedophiles? Will you take advantage of young people's art skills?
Damn. Okay then. Hey man, look, we do not condone that down here. You know what I mean? But I mean, I agree with you though. They took advantage of you and they took design cues from your design itself. That's what I look at, because like you said, the visible air unit. If you did that at 85, the visible air unit didn't come in until 87.
Right.
First was the Air Max in March, and then
I think what's crazy is when they say Tinker and them, they came up with this concept for the air bubble. It's like we were saying earlier about Public Enemy. There's a nucleus that when you unite something together, it makes something whole.
Right.
So what they claimed that they had, and then what I had, they was like, well, let's merge this. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, okay, they came out later, but they not really pushing the fact to say, hey man, we gonna shut all this down. This is what we did, and this guy here, he did blah blah blah. And the Kentucky Post, when they did a story on me in '93, Nike admitted that they didn't sign a waiver with me, and then they couldn't get no further comment. This was the Post I was in, Kentucky Post. Shout out to KY. I always gotta give my peace shout out right there. So that's me.
Oh, okay.
All right. So then on the back, this where you see it right there. Can you read it?
No.
Where's highlighted?
I can't even tell where it's highlighted. Is it up top where that bold line is?
Let me see. Let's see. It's one right there. It's hard to see it.
Yeah, it's kind of blurry. Just go ahead and read it out to us.
Okay. Yeah, do that then.
Kind of paraphrasing. Read it out to us.
It was two. Nike admits they did not follow through with standard procedure requiring Mr. Lewis's ideas. Okay, let me get a little more light. Okay, so Nike admits they did not follow standard procedure requiring the signing of a non-confidential agreement when Lewis submitted his ideas. The company said it was keeping his ideas on file, so at least they acknowledged an edge receipt of his material.
And you got proof right there.
Mhm.
That's the same thing I was saying.
Yeah, that's proof.
And it could post says that the shoes here an overall similarity, but they are so different. Designed in 2001 shoe in its entirety appears to be more like a ski boot rather than a basketball shoe. We firmly believe that we have not misappropriated Mr. Lewis' idea. But it goes back here. Ski boot, baby, right there at the bottom there. Right
Oh
in
yeah,
there.
that second drawing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
See,
yeah.
stability of a downhill ski boot. You lied. You lied. What Chris Tucker say? Give my money.
Give me my money.
Give my money.
Yeah, bro. We definitely appreciate you coming on, man, and sharing this story and your info with us, bro.
Man, I appreciate you brothers having me, man. I mean, saying, hey, blessings to y'all, man. Got to stay in touch with you brothers, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
I got new family.
No doubt, bro. No doubt, bro. For real.
Just hope that everything that's coming to you comes to you. We just hope that everything comes to you that you deserve, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's coming. It's come. The point now, especially with social media.
Yeah,
man, social media been my best. Yeah, been my best friend because when you get people corresponding from overseas, it's crazy. And I remember, and Sneaker Bar Detroit, African Caesar, he was saying, man, your name is big in the sneaker world. So I guess he said, no, dude, literally, I didn't even know nothing about the story, and our podcast is big. Somebody sending me from another podcast.
Really?
Yeah. I guess they was like, they got the shakes about they love sneakers, but they won't hear no sneaker history.
So we got a actual GOAT on our podcast.
Yeah, it's about we sneaker history. Okay, so I sent them stuff. Y'all hear nothing back? Since you talking about you love sneaker history, let me give you some history about something.
It might be the fact that some people are scared to talk about it.
Yeah.
Some platforms are scared to talk about it.
Yeah. All the backlash that they might get behind it.
Yeah.
But
Nike's scared to talk about it too.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, man.
It is.
But like you said, man, like Hop said, man, we hope. First of all, we thank you for blessing us with your story, all the evidence. Man, something got to give, bro. It's too long. Something got to give. Something got to give, and whatever we can do to help you, kind of further this, whatever it is. If it's just saying, hey, man, send me the link to that what's the name, so I can show it to hey, we'll do it. Whatever it takes, man, to kind of rectify this whole problem that's been going on for so long, man. It's just.
I'm gonna keep y'all posted what's going on.
Okay, man, do that.
Please do.
I'm just glad it's out there. Like I said, I ain't worrying about who doubt. You can't doubt nobody when they got information.
You ain't never lied about that.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you just it's personal, but I don't care.
Like they say nowadays, you got the receipts. You got the receipts. You got the receipts.
Well, you can't take nothing back and return it if you ain't got the receipts.
Exactly.
And it's sir, do you have the receipt?
It's in black and white.
Yesterday. You ain't got it yesterday. Sir, we can't do nothing. You don't have a receipt.
Yeah.
I'm coming there and like, look, I want my $27 back for that, my $50 back for that. Here's receipts right here. I want my money back for what I purchased. Okay, give us a minute.
30 years later.
30 years.
For real.
Well, you gotta have common sense, man. That common sense is a deadly weapon.
It is, man. It is.
Seems like there's a lot of people lacking that nowadays. Just my opinion.
Yeah, it's been thrown out the window. Yeah, for sure. It's been thrown out the window, man. It's just go with the flow. Don't make
some people so smart they make it difficult. And they say this going out, and you got one door and a window. They climb through the window. All I gotta do is open the door to go out.
Yeah. I remember,
You know,
I remember Kanye West had a line. He said, "Some people graduate, but they still stupid." You know what I'm saying? That's facts. You know what I'm saying?
who's saying that again?
Kanye, the
Hey,
old
Kanye.
Kanye.
Hey, Kanye, my brother.
Yeah, some people
You know,
graduate, but they still stupid. You know what I'm saying? When
yeah.
he said that, I was like, he got a point.
That's like this girl. She said she kept saying, she said, yeah, you know who Kanye West is? I was like, who? She said Kanye. I don't know no damn Kanye West. She was like, he sang this
Oh
song.
man.
You talking about
Uh,
Kanye? Come on
yeah.
now.
We did the hip hop thing though, right? We covered the hip hop thing.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
wait,
Okay.
real quick. Give me real quick. Give me your top 5 real quick,
Oh man.
and then this gonna be it for the show. Top 5
Okay.
and we out. Top 5 and we out.
Do we go group or just individual?
However you want to do it.
Man, I gotta go Public Enemy, Ace Clan, KRS One, Rakim. There's Big Daddy Kane, Poor Righteous Teachers. Shoot, Houdini, Run
Houdini.
DMC, uh,
Friends, how many of us
hey,
have?
Ghetto Boys. I gotta go my crew. Man, it's so many off the top of your head that I don't leave nobody out. Like, you got your West Coast brothers that did a thing, and the East Coast. Then later on came down south. So then you had a pyramid going on. From this, to that. Oh man. But I named them because far as like conscious, more on the educated party level, then stuff like Too Short, and they said Ghetto Boys. They was kind of political though. NWA was political at the time. Who can we throw in mind real quick that y'all think was
Well, see,
ah,
I'm from the South, so I grew up on a lot of New York hip hop. Like I listened to the DITC crew, like Showbiz and AG,
yeah. I
Tribe
like,
Called
yeah.
Quest, Diamond
Tribe
D,
Called Quest,
yeah,
Heavy
Diamond D, Psychotic
Diamond
Neurotic,
D. Yeah.
yeah, Pete Rock and CL Smooth, Main Source,
Main
Nice and
Source.
Smooth. Who else?
Stetson Sonic was nice.
Stetsasonic, yeah, they
Uh,
was dope. Gangstar.
Gangstar.
I love Gangsta.
So that was kind of,
Shoot.
and then of course Wu-Tang Clan.
Wu
Wu-Tang Clan
Tang.
when they
Wu
came up.
Tang.
But
Yeah.
it when for
LL
me,
Cool J, Mo D. Even with the battles going on.
right, exactly.
You
But
know.
me when the South really started coming out to me was like when 8 Ball and MJG came out, and then of course Outkast. Outkast, that's my favorite group of all
Oh
time.
man, yeah. I
Yeah,
just
that's
listened
my
to it the other day. Quim and I, we was listening at the barbershop.
yeah. My favorite album is AT Aliens. That's my
Yeah,
favorite one.
I was listening to that too. Man,
Yeah,
I hate the top 5 M's.
it's
Man, it's
hard,
so
man.
man,
It changes. Yeah, it's hard.
it's a whole lot of my life, man. They all of my the ones that really did a thing. It's a lot. I got so many in my top. I
Yeah,
just it's because some people someone don't get their recognition because depending on what they was talking about, and
yeah.
they get left out.
That's true. That's true. That's true. So appreciate you sharing that info, man. And
Saying yeah, thank you, brother.
we definitely, man, gonna be hoping the best for you.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you coming on the show, bro. And we definitely gonna be looking for an update.
I appreciate you having me.
No doubt, man. No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Right.
Like I said, we really appreciate you just coming here and spreading it more than what you already had to the masses, to the people that we know, and just kind of enlighten other people out there. Like you said, the youth, pay attention to what I'm going through, and see what you need to do to prevent yourself from going through what I went through.
Yeah, because
like
it happens. It's going right. We got to look out for the youth. You
Oh
know, and,
yeah. Oh yeah.
because it's still happening, and it's gonna happen again until you know we, you know, you guys you got to soldier up. Don't
Mhm.
never. Somebody asked me, say, well, you know, you steal this and that. I said, look, man, if somebody steal your car right now, what you gonna do? Or you gonna call the police and try to get your car back? You don't let nobody take nothing from you, and you just don't do nothing about it.
Just saying, and yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So if you don't do nothing about it, it goes on and on and on. So I would tell them like this: don't let anybody take advantage of you. You know, stand your ground.
Yeah.
It's almost like that bully mentality. He keep picking on you, but it's gonna take that one time for him to stop picking on you when you actually turn around. You know, you turn it towards him. So
Amen.
if he keep picking on you, if you don't stick up for yourself, he gonna keep picking on you.
Remember, I told you about watching that Wu-Tang collection, Buddha bless. Back up. You on
I
holy
know some
ground.
things.
You don't know that you're on holy ground.
I know some things. Hey man, we
Hey,
appreciate you for
yeah,
coming
man,
on, man.
too,
We
brother.
appreciate you,
I
man. We
appreciate it,
appreciate you.
man.
Shout your
Salute.
stuff out to everybody, man, that came in.
Yeah, shout your social
Just shout your
media out.
stuff out.
Yeah, shout your social
Yeah,
media
shout out
out.
to everybody and much love.
Give them your IG because I know a couple of them wanted to follow you on IG. Give them your
Yeah,
IG. If you got a website, give them your website.
yeah. The
Um,
website is Basil Basil at WordPress. No, Basil 067 at WordPress.com. Uh, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook is Basil Lewis. And you can follow me on there.
okay.
And Nike, you can keep following me like you've been doing.
They probably in this chat right now.
Oh
Ghost,
yeah, they in the chat, man.
they
They
ghost
got
watching.
they ghost watching. Boo. No. But yeah, I man, thank everybody, man, for the support. This, on the chat line and so forth. And anything you need to see, just go to my website, whatever. The letters on there, the whole 9 yards.
Now let me
I
ask you
ain't
something
talking.
real quick. Do you mind if we actually post it up on our page?
No, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. I appreciate it.
I want to make sure that way. You know, if because I couldn't pull some of the stuff that I wanted to pull up, I can go back and put it on there, and they can actually see it for themselves.
Right. I'm trying to get my Professor Griff vibe. You know what I'm saying? I shout out to Public Enemy. Shout out to Public Enemy. Yeah,
Exactly.
but yeah, man, I appreciate that though.
Okay, no problem, man. No problem at all. But this has been another great episode, great volume, volume 10, season 2. Hey, man, we doing something right. We still here, man. So
Oh
I'm your
yeah,
boy.
yeah. I
I'm
love
your
the
boy,
show,
Mike.
man. Yeah, good show.
Oh, appreciate it, man.
Appreciate
Appreciate
it,
it, man.
bro.
It's
I
just
guess
it's,
real quick, I
it's
guess
passion.
I gotta drive all the way to Alabama and get my retro talk t-shirt, right?
Come on,
Man,
get it, man.
we working on that, man. We trying to get them out to the
Mm.
masses for real.
Oh, them nice. I like those. And I still gotta get one from Everyday Sneakerheads. I don't know if it's Sneaker Bar Detroit, and then to check with them and see if they had one, so I can, what
That
I'm
I
saying,
don't know.
I want to represent everybody. So just send me a link, man. I can just order it.
Yeah,
Okay.
when we get that popping, we definitely gonna let you know. Ain't that right, Beard
Okay.
Jedi? If he's still in the chat, so
Yeah.
yeah, we definitely gonna hit you up and let you know, bro.
May the
Appreciate
force
it.
be with you.
You
Yes,
too,
sir.
All
brother.
right. All right.
Man.
Peace, brothers.
All right,
Much blessings,
brother.
man.
Blessings on you, bear.
Blessings.
All right.
That's a great one. Another banger in the books. No pause. No pause.
No pause.
Well, we appreciate everybody for pulling up. Like we said, go follow Basil Basal
Basil. You gotta say it right. You gotta say
Basil uh,
Basil.
Basil Lewis Mustafa 067 on Instagram. He does have a Facebook page. I think it's just his regular page. Twitter, I think it's the same name. So you can just Google it and everything comes up. I appreciate him. We appreciate him. Sorry, we appreciate him for coming on and just telling his story, man. You know, the only way that it can get out to more people if you actually keep telling it. So we appreciate him for doing that. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and end this show. We're well over 2 hours. It's been a great one. Been informative. I heard Red said he wanted a part 2 to this. I don't
Hopefully
know.
he'll get us an update, bro.
Hopefully, the second part will be the icing on the cake and he getting his just due. That to me, I think that will be the second part. That would need this. That what the second part needs to be. So, with that being said, I'm your boy Black Ass African.
Top Dog 18.
We are Retro Talk Forum. We out of here.
Yes, sir. Peace out. Be blessed.
Yes, sir.